everyone here. Yeah, I will present in Thai. Okay. Okay, let's start to save our time. As a last presenters, we quite a bit of pressure now. Isabelle, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
if you
go.
want, I just start briefly. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I am Isabelle Ouadghiri. I'm working as a lawyer within the IP and Cognac protection in France. I am in particular charge of protection matters in North America and Asia, Cognac main markets, while we, with attending at the event on site, so is working for the law firm representing BNIC in Thailand, Boost. So I'll let we introduce ourselves and start with the presentation. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm WipaveeThumrongpatanaraks from. Oh, okay, I will speak in Thai.
I'm from Ross and Co. I'm the coordinator. I'm from the law firm. We focus on protection the IP rights for Cognac, and I think we are all recognize Cognac. Cognac is brandy, very unique brandy, and the bureau, the BNIC Bureau of National International Cognac. The BNIC is the organization that focus on the protection of the IP rights, GI rights of the cognac, which is a GI. So basically, there are about the different stakeholders, including like more than 60,000 individuals working in the cognac. So basically, cognac was protected for quite a long time. Basically, we got recognition and we find the protection. So we have to understand that about the vinification. So we focus on the specific variety Uniprong, and there are a very specific method that we protected according to the specification also. And for the why the cognac specification, so basically for aging, there are different aging mentions and as specified on the label, and if you look at the labels on the bottle, there are different specification. And for the control steps, there are different steps. So at the production level, so basically the farmers have to work on the self-certification, and they will get certified by the third parties. And there are different separate auditors who gonna check the different steps. And next, may I ask Isabelle to explain after we have a protection, we have the PGI, how we like focus on.
Thank you very much.
Production,
So at this point, you might realize that the GI cognac is of great value which leads to numerous attempts worldwide to usurp the name cognac or to misappropriate its reputation. These litigious behaviors make it necessary to set up a strong strategy of protection in the interest of both consumer and the cognac industry. So the strategy of protection of cognac relies upon 5 so-called pillars. The first pillar at the very basis, next slide, please. Yes, perfect. Is to obtain legal basis in the numerous market of cognac. It may consist of a direct registration as a GI when the local regulation allows it, or a registration via a free trade agreement or via another kind of international agreement. If not possible, or if not sufficient enough for the protection, we can also try to register the GI as a collective or certification mark. And we always seek the highest level of protection for the GI cognac, and then we try to maintain it or to enhance it by closely monitoring the regulatory changes and by submitting contribution if necessary. The second pillar is the fight against all kinds of uses likely to contribute to the genericity of the GIs, and in particular the use of translation of the name cognac to designate product as cognac, but also other kind of alcoholic beverages like brandy, wine, spirits. You have a few examples on the slide, cognac. So the situation is particularly prevalent in Eastern Europe and Latin and South America, so I won't explain it in too much detail. The third pillar is the practical management of the protection files, which includes a daily fight against counterfeits, usurpation, misleading trademark, and misappropriation of the cognac reputation. We were going to develop some concrete example in short time. And all the work carried out could not happen, of course, without the daily support of a network of law firms over the world. We're working with over 50 law firms, and of course, without the precious support of the technical support of the laboratories around the world BNIC is working with. So finally, we couldn't achieve so many successes with the fifth pillar, the international cooperation with our close relation with the control authorities in the market, with the INO, the embassies, and of course, without the precious cooperation with the IP offices and the opportunities such as this event, which allows us to raise awareness about GIs. So just a slide, the next one, to show the states of the legal basis of cognac and to show that cognac has been protected and registered in ASEAN in some countries over 2 decades, like Vietnam, Thailand. It's also protected in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and so. And cognac is also the first foreign GI registered in the Philippines, thanks to the support of our representative. And we also wanted to highlight, to conclude this part, a very useful tool operated by the European Commission and the UIPO is GI View. Next slide, please. Yeah, perfect. We display all GI protected in Europe thanks to international agreement or direct registration. It also shows the market in which the GI is protected via an agreement with the EU. And as regards cognac, Ouadghiri de Charente cognac, you can notice there are numerous markets in which cognac is protected via a free trade agreement. So this is it shows a significant work achieved together with the European authorities and the French authorities. And now we're diving into concrete example with the enforcement of the GI. So how and when do we decide to open a file in practice? So first we need to detect an infringement. The detection can be carried out offline with market surveys, survey during fairs, following reporting from our members, but it can also be performed online thanks to BNIC monitoring service provider. We have one focusing on trademark application worldwide, and the other one is focusing on marketplace and e-commerce platforms. Once an infringement has been detected, we will authenticate the product, if any, and qualify the infringement. We conduct an analysis of the labeling and an analysis of the promotion. If appropriate, we can also analyze the product itself, the liquid in the bottle, with the support of BNIC laboratory or BNIC technical network, like for instance in China. Then we will act against the infringement, depending on the case, either through an administrative action or via civil or criminal action. When appropriate, we will also act with another cognac house or even with another producer group in case of double infringement. As you may see on this map, showing certain successes, we do face infringement everywhere. The form of infringement are very diverse and can involve comparable product like whiskey in the USA or brandy in China, wine. It can also involve totally different products like condos, shoes, but it can also involve no product at all when in relation to services. And the same command for the fight against trademark. In practice, we notice attempts to misappropriate the cognac reputation, notably in relation to luxury and cosmetic goods, or in relation to alcoholic beverages. But really, the form of infringement are very, very diverse. And now I let Wipavee present some concrete successes of BNIC in ASEAN and worldwide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isabelle. Yeah. กลับมานะคะก็คือ
So let's coming back a little bit, talking about the successful cases. So basically, for Cognac, we did take really serious legal actions. So most of the time, the imitators they offer a different kind of products that are not a unique Cognac for sure. For instance, they offer their goods nothing related to Cognac. So here is one of the case that we oppose we file the complaint, and in many markets, including Thailand. In Thailand, they did use the words Cognac on their product, and then we file the opposition to the DIP, and then the filer, who file the like trademark application, they just have to withdraw the application. And for our neighboring markets, for instance, in Vietnam, we file different cases, and we are in progress in terms of taking actions against them. And here in Taiwan, they file the trademark application like a Cognac diamond, and so this kind of thing, it could mislead consumers to misunderstand the ownership of Cognac. So we filed the opposition. And another case, it is related to South Korea, the Charente. Here it is the transliteration, and if they put up in Korean characters, in Korean characters, here's the Charente is one of the protected words by Cognac. Here is different kind of misleading, and they file in different class of goods or services, and we file the objection to those trademark applications, And let's look at another cases in Greece. So they file the application for one of the goods, right? Because they explain that they put the cigars or cigarette in Cognac, and then they promote as Cognac, but they try to file the application in different classes of goods, and then we did file the opposition to those one. And the most interesting case, it is the case in China, and the automation company like put up the Cognac in their promotion for their vehicles. There is nothing related to the vehicles or anything, but they put up the Cognac in their advertisement. So we file the civil case. We file and we won the case. And here is the case of the unfair competition. And so and then the judge made the final decision and fined them. And next one, similar to the earlier cases, and actually, you know, it is similar to champagne cases that you heard from earlier speaker, because our product, right, different products have a higher value. For instance, on the left hand side, you know, they did not put the terms cognac, but they come up with the similar bottles and everything, and actually it's not the genuine cognac, or even is the cognac inside the bottle, they could be considered the unlawful distribution. But for this case, we filed the administrative actions, and so we took different kind of measures to ensure that the consumers will get the best product, the high quality product from Cognac. And next, the conclusion. Isabelle, could you please?
Yeah, thank you. To conclude very briefly, as you see, what BNIC supports any initiative to develop the concept and the awareness about chai worldwide, and also you can notice the importance of acting against all kind of infringements to ensure that the value protected returns to the region of production. Yeah, I think I'd like to conclude that way. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone ขอบคุณมากค่ะ